All right, guys, so we're here at Exod and I'm here with Antonin from Exod Games, and we're going to be talking about a game that you we're talking about a little bit earlier off camera, and it sounded absolutely amazing. It's called After the End. It's coming to Kickstarter very, very soon.
No, it's actually
it's on Kickstarter right now, which is
Yeah.
pretty awesome indeed. So if you're watching this in the live blog, you can go and check it out. We'll have the links and everything below. But I want to know a lot more about this game, because you were telling me that it's got a really nice story focus to it. It's got a little bit of role-playing and all that kind of thing in there as well. It's really cool. It's got this nice campaign thing to it too. So take it away. Tell us about the game and what people can expect from it.
Sure. So, hello guys. So, welcome to the After the End. So, the world as we know it is no more. So, 2180 portion of the US has been taken over by an AI, which is Monarch. It's called himself Monarch. And they're using some cyborg, like one of our hero here, Jack. And so the game will follow you through a story-driven campaign of 12 main missions plus 20 additional missions. It gathers for around 50 hours of gameplay with a lot of replayability, because the game is made to be set in scenarios of 45 to 90 minutes. And whenever you are in the scenario, you play on the board, and you can interact with some different objectives, and you can side with factions or with others ones. So this will trigger some actions, unlock some new missions, or cancel ones, some. So you will be able to fight off some different factions. You can side even with the great enemy, Monarch. Even they can come back. So the interesting topics about this, so unlike a normal RPG where you start from a clean sheet, you have a hero which has a backstory. So you are related to the story of this mission of Chicago, and there's let's say hidden figure behind which lives in the great tower of this, and nothing comes with coincidence. So you have some backstory related to this guy, so don't know why, but during the campaign you will try to find some hints. You can rush, you don't need to find it. You can be the king of the bandits, you can be by yourself, and there's also crafting system, so you can be also develop your equipment. And I basically designed this game as a sandbox.
Yeah.
So you set up your scenario, you put your character on the board, there's the opponent on it, and basically you play with the different actions. It's a turn-based alternative, so one hero plays, one opponent, one hero, and you have strategically to work your way out. And of course, this is RPG style, so you have improvements to make. So you have little cubes. You see here is your abilities or skills. And whenever you have to come across some menace, so there will be a hardship that comes to you every turn. So you will have to fight off with this. An interesting thing is for the role player guys, you can also discuss with your friends. This is a cooperative game from 1 to 5 players. So you will fight off the box at the game itself with some mechanics to manage the AI. And whenever you have an action which could violate the rules a bit, you can agree with your friends on the difficulty level, the outcome of the test, and make it.
Wow.
And at this case, you could make some fun. Each character has his background. For instance, Matt is a crazy guy. He's a psychist. So he can use his psychic power to manipulate stuff. And he's always putting some humor in the scenario. For this scenario, for instance, there's a poster of the bandit chief. He's saying, I want you in my gang. Yeah. So you want to join? Yeah. And one of the options of the scenario card says, let Matt draw some mustaches. So you have mustaches, and you pick the card, and you see the mustaches of the bandit. And whenever you finish the game and the bandit is still alive, you will lose some reputation, because, of course, this crazy guy has signed.
Everything has a consequence and everything and a meaning as things go on in the campaign.
Exactly, that's how it works. And the side missions are also procedurally generated. The game is featuring 52 miniatures, including the 5 heroes, some pets. There's a wolf that you can tame. There's a drone that you can...
I like pet classes, that's great.
You can also animate the little furry rabbit of, the Monty Python. You can throw it around. And you will play on this campaign and find out your own what you want to do. And you can go stealthy, you can go shooty, it's up to you. There's also some scenario where you just need to survive. So there's Chicago is normally minus 70 degrees Celsius, but actually during 3 months in the year, this is the dawn, so summertime, minus 40 to minus 30. So you can still go outside. The mines, people live in mines, so they are opening up, and all the bandits or everyone is released, and they go in the town. But some people in downtown, whenever there is some people going there, they never come back. So you have to find out also what's going on here, and you will be chased because Monarch wants to get back one of his pawn here because he wants to understand why this guy get amok. Actually, he saved Lily, and so the guy get amok because he reminded him his own abduction when he was a kid. He's almost 100% artificial. So when he will climb up in his scale, also in his abilities, he could trigger his cyborg force, but at the expense that he will attract the attention of Monarch. Wow. So you could have some additional enemies in your Minace deck just because of it.
So it seems like there's so much depth even between just the one character in all the different scenarios you've got built into this. The fact that it's got this huge campaign thing built into it as well. Are the boards themselves going to be? There's going to be lots of different boards for you to play through and all that kind of thing as well.
There will be eight boards with double side.
And a lot of our fans love the idea of talking about the scale of miniatures and stuff like that. Yep. So what scale are the miniatures that we're seeing here?
So it's roughly 35 to 40, but there is a boss at the end, and we intend to have some. Excuse me. We intend to have some miniatures with some special locking system, and some play with behavior. So actually, they can link up together and work together, and with some activation of Minace, they can shoot together. So there's this, and the final boss is same way. It's you can remove some stuff depending on the story that you have chosen. You can fight off or ally with him, and this will change the final boss. So you will unclip stuff. And we intend, of course, to make season 2, and the outcome of season 1 will impact whenever you start.
I love the sound of that. That sounds absolutely fantastic. So you guys have got this Kickstarter campaign going right now. How long is it going to be lasting for?
Now it will be on 25 days. So we started last Tuesday. So we may have made some mistake at the beginning and stuff. So we are young also, and this is not a game that will be released really soon. So we're still working on it. The rules are finalized. The story is written, but needs some scenario stuff. Like in some games when you are the hero, there is some numbers to unlock some discussion with the guys, so with some opponents. So we need a lot of time for that.
But there's still plenty of time to get stuck into that with the campaign and everything like that, and you'll be feeding back to people who join in and sort of back you on Kickstarter as well, which is really cool. The guys are actually going to be giving away a little bit of a competition prize with us as well. So one of your other games is it called Goblout? Is that it?
Goblout, yeah. So it's our first release, which is released in middle of October. It's a fun game for bar games. So the feature of our company is the main stuff is the author remains involved in the creation. So this game was out in France for almost 3 or 4 years, and because the guy doesn't want to sign with any publisher because they want to kick out the illustrator. Oh, wow. And we decided, okay, we are a young company, or we need to stand out from the rest of the people out there. There is plenty of them, and maybe standalone is okay. We keep your illustrator, we work on it, and then we release. And so that's a fun game of doing some attacks and getting the king of the goblin, and it's really fast. And there is also, of course, your goblin does some tricks you can play. So you never lose the game unless there's always a quick card that you can play to bounce back the attack, and the guy is. So it's a really fun one.
Sounds fantastic. So if you want to get yourself a little bit of a light game that you can play down the pub with your friends, you've got that to look forward to if you comment on this video down below. Make sure to check out their Kickstarter After the End. Sounds absolutely fantastic. I love anything that is dripping with story. Yeah. Has some wonderful characters, amazing artwork, and as you can see, some of the miniatures, even at this stage, are looking absolutely fantastic too. So make sure you get stuck in with that. Thanks again for talking to us about that. Make sure you check out the rest of the live blog for the rest of today and all the days we've had previous here at Essen Spiel 18. We'll see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.